Hello guys, how are we doing today? Today we are gonna play Wua. We're gonna play the after story extra segment section. This is very similar to basically Luke's, where it basically has extra stuff. Instead of, I guess, well, it does have to relate to a character, but in terms of, like, I guess the topic more so, it has to do with what happened in this current update, but it also has, I guess, a very specific character that is related to that topic specifically, instead of, I guess, in general, where it's kind of more focused on Luke being related to, I guess, the plot a bit more. I guess I mean both in the same way Luke is related to the topic. You get more backstory about him. But yeah, that is the plan for today, to do that. Nobu, what are we doing? Why are we acting like this? Yeah, no, I thought about it more, and then I was like, basically, after story stuff, is basically a character related to plot topic, pretty much. In this case, it's, for this topic, for this update, for this after story, it's related to the dark side. And then the character is Lucilia. And then for the last one, it was related to Fract, and then also Luke. So yeah, very fun. Because it's funny, why else? I don't appreciate getting licked, that's not very fun. Why am I getting licked? Okay, I need to go places, but let me go to the place, please. Thank you. I'm like, game, why aren't you showing me where I'm supposed to teleport to? Jeez. Oh, I have a topic for today. I just didn't know if, like, I wanted to talk about it, but then I realized lots of people are talking about it, and I don't think you guys are not those type of people to, not want to talk about this, or don't like watching the specific topic, I guess. Well, I could do the other thing instead of licking. I don't like getting murdered either, so both are pretty bad. But the thing I wanted to talk about is that apparently I found out that today, the Avatar movie that's supposed to come out in October. I didn't actually know that there was supposed to be a movie for Avatar, but apparently there is. I'm assuming this movie is talking about what Avatar? Like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Sorry, I should be more specific, because there is an actual movie called Avatar with blue people in it. That is a different, whole other movie in general. Sorry, I should be more specific. I keep forgetting that these two properties have the same title if you don't put in the rest of the other stuff. Sorry. Navi. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I forget that blue people exist sometimes, and then occasionally, once in a while, I'm just like, oh, this literally has the same title as this other thing if I literally do not insert the rest of, like, for Last Airbender. If I don't insert the rest, it's like you're like, people think you're talking about a different thing. Blue people are Navi. Okay. Because I only ever watched, like, the first ever, I think, movie for Avatar. When I was, like, really, really little. And I didn't really understand it. All I just remember is there are blue people, there are normal people, some kind of weird conflict problem. And I don't know if it's true or not. I think when I was little, I just assumed that the normal people were the bad people because they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing in, this specific environment or whatever. Usually that's generally the plot for most things related to like other creatures in, Western movies, usually. But I don't remember if it's true or not because I have not went back to rewatch it since I was little, just because I had no interest in doing that. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. The actual thing I wanted to talk about is Last Airbender. Now that I've gotten actually that cleared up, sorry. There's apparently supposed to be a movie coming out in October for Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I'm assuming is based off of when Aang in the group is older, supposedly, I think. Just purely based on the things I've seen and people talk about and use as examples when talking about this topic. And I have seen one official poster about it that's been passed around. I don't know if that's a leak thing or whatever, and people have been using it, but that's what I'm assuming. I stopped watching as soon as it hit Korra. I did watch Korra. I did finish it. I didn't like it as much. There is a character I like in it. The only reason why I like him because he's a dumbass and he's kind of funny occasionally, but that's the only reason. Anything other than that, no. It's like the whole Tokyo Revengers thing where if I remove the character from the series, it's fine. Well, I mean, even in the series is okay, but I digress about that. Thank you for the barks, Nobu, for the streak. So the news about it is apparently people got really mad that the movie is not getting showcased in theaters. It's apparently going to be a Paramount exclusive. We don't know what Paramount is. It's a streaming website, basically. So it's supposed to be an exclusive on a streaming website instead of it being premiered in a movie theater for everyone to watch. So apparently, what was it? I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. So apparently Nickelodeon got hacked by people, and those people that hacked into Nickelodeon got apparently their hands on a copy of the full-length movie, and apparently people eventually started to leak a bunch of stuff, clips, and then at some point I think some people basically leaked a link to the full movie online that you can watch. Which I'm assuming that this copy that they got that they got is not a full finished fleshed out copy of the movie, because it's still April. This movie isn't supposed to come out until October, so you still have May, June, July, August, September. You still have 5 months still. There's probably maybe they might have some big changes still within 5 months, because 5 months is a long time. But you could also have tiny minor changes and stuff like that, whatever. But pretty much the entire day, people have been clipping things, watching it. Apparently there's a staggering amount of people who've watched the whole leaked full version of the movie, and Paramount is trying to do damage control about it, and I'm just bro, I think people are just really upset that you're not letting people just watch a movie about a franchise that is really liked, and lots of people like this. And you're making a very specifically exclusive to one streaming platform. So then people are like, oh, if Paramount, like, instead of, like, making it exclusive, they should have just let everyone watch it in theaters and this wouldn't have happened. And I'm like, I mean, maybe whether that, if they had decided to do that and this wouldn't have happened, it's like they could have still done it anyways. But that's conjecture. But still. Yeah. So I've just been seeing a lot of clips all day about it. And I'm just like, oh, well, I didn't know that this existed in the first place, but I guess now I know it existed. Other than this one leaked, like, supposed, like, official poster image, which I kind of, like, honestly, I saw it when people were talking about it earlier in the year, and then I just forgot about it. I think earlier last year, actually, now that I think about it more. And then I just forgot about it because they didn't really talk about it. And they still haven't really talked about it, like, officially even. Like, there hasn't been any, like, trailers or anything like that, and it's, like, still 5 months. Well, usually they don't do movie trailers in general, like, even Western movies, that early anyways. They usually do it a couple months before, or, like, a month before, so fair enough. But still, I just forgot that it existed, so I'm just like, oh, this thing does exist. I forgot. But yeah. I like the only thing that I got out of, like, watching some of these clips is like, oh, this is kind of interesting for my, like kid self, because I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, like, when I was younger. So I guess, like, for me back then, I'm just like, oh, I wanted to know what these people look like when they're older, because at the end of the series you don't get to see that. So I guess that's, like, the only interesting thing to me about these leaks, is that I get to see that, but I've already saw it in the, like, the leaked artwork anyway, so I'm like, oh, I guess I get to see them move and talk, I guess, in these leaks, but, like, other than that, I'm just like, I get to see what you guys look like. Which, to be fair, like, how they look, the people that did it, good job, good design. But also, I'm just like, damn, why did they have to make Zuko basically just look like every single, like, Chinese-inspired manhwa series main lead or relevant character? I'm just like, damn, why did they have to do this? That just means that he looks really good, which is not anything wrong with that, but that just means that, like, the amount of people who liked him before will like him again. And I'm just like, dang, my feed will be filled with just, we like this guy. And I'm just like, no. Again, not his problem. It's just that other people. And I don't want to deal with that. Yes, no, more rabbits. I don't like the rabbits. Rabbits are bad. I have to go back. Possibly. But I definitely don't want to. 祝典の時にフラグ都市ですがあなたとシグリカを狙っていたのだとすれば、他の学生や教授は何か特定の条件を満たしたことでウサギを引き寄せたのかもしれないわ。Nobu blanked through all that blah. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just people are mad. People are like, we hacked into the thing, and people are like, we leaked the non-finished possible full-length movie of a thing that we really, really liked, and we're annoyed that it's not presented in a movie theater for everyone to watch. An exclusive, only on one streaming platform. That's pretty much what this is. That's basically what this is. I just added more to it, pretty much. In terms of, like, details, and then just me talking about how people look. That's about it. This is why you don't stay up writing a story and run through the day on 3 hours of sleep. Did you do that? Is that what you did?
安心して。私は浦学園に行って調査に協力するわ。彼らが浦学園で経験したことを知るには、私の共鳴能力が必要だもの。彼にゆかりのあるものを何かしら手に入れてちょうだい。そうすれば、浦学園の記憶を再現できるわ。
Oh, recently, there's this BL comedy series that manga series that I like, and it got turned into an anime recently, like really recently. And the mangaka basically like quit Twitter, or basically got like essentially like scared off of Twitter because they were interacting with the North American audience, and the North American audience was being basically shit to this mangaka, and the Japanese audience is really pissed at us because they're like, why would you say some of these things, throw death threats, blah blah blah, and all that dumb shit. And so I was just like, fair enough, Japanese audience, I feel it. NA sucks sometimes. North America does suck. And like for me myself, like I've talked about how I don't like Twitter, especially like nowadays, it's dumb and it's shit. But like in general, for like talking about like animes and mangas is especially shit. So I'm always like, whenever I see this happen, I'm just like, bro, as a mangaka, just don't interact with us North American audience, because the majority of us on Twitter are the people who just are really bad people who don't know anything about respect and filter and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just like, yeah, just don't bother to interact with us. Which is really sad and really annoying, because I really like this series, because I'm like, oh, I got to read it as a manga, now I get to watch it as an anime, and it's like so good. So I'm kind of sad about that. And then that happened earlier this year with another mangaka from another series of an anime that I with an anime as well that I kind of talk about a little bit here. So I'm like, wow, literally like the end of 2025 and the beginning of like January, not January, the beginning of this year and then the end of last year, I have like 2 mangakas of a series that I like basically getting bombarded on Twitter by people, and I'm just like, this is dumb and this is stupid. People, can we just not be respectful? Like, if you don't like something, just don't read it or watch it, for that matter. You have that power to do so for yourself. Like, I don't understand why we're complaining. And if we are complaining, why are we being so rude about it? Like, if you could do better, you do it. Like, actually. You know, we had an epiphany for a murder mystery. By the time Nobu decided to go to bed, it was 7 a.m. I love that, when we have a thought and then we're like, we must write this down before we forget, and then we forget that it's like late at night. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm really sad. And like, I haven't read like the complaints about the for the author that wrote that BL comedy manga series. I don't know what the comments are specifically, because I didn't read the official like statement from the mangaka on Twitter. But like, in terms of like what I could think about that they could talk about in relation to that series, I can't think of anything that's like so egregious that you would comment on it. Like, for me, right, what I'm thinking is, why would you watch this series if you're not interested in the genre? This is a very specific genre and a very specific, like, thing to watch. If you know you don't like it, I don't know why you're watching it. Because the series is basically like two high school kids. One of them like basically starts like liking this guy, and then he kind of is like super shy and kind of doesn't know how to kind of interact with this other kid that he's like interested in. So he kind of uses like he actually uses BL like mangas in the show to actually kind of use as like a help to kind of figure things out. And it's like super wholesome and super chill, and it's very funny because it's like it's also like a comedy series with it. And like I can't think of anything that you could yell at this series for. Like I said, it's a very specific like genre. If you're not interested in BL, why would you be watching it? Like there's no reason for it. Unless you accidentally stumble upon it and then you realize, oh, this is BL, this is something I like. I didn't know that's what this was about. Then I guess like, okay, sure. But then you can just decide, oh, you didn't think this was a show that you were interested in, and then now that you've watched it, you're like, oh no, this isn't what I thought it was. You can turn away from it and not watch it. Like you are not forced to watch the rest of this thing. You can walk away from it and just say, oh, this was not what I thought it was. I'm not gonna watch it. And then you're all good. If that is the reason that some people said and like complain to this mangaka about, I swear I will chuck people out a window for that if they did. And then also people are saying it's not one-to-one like the manga. I'm going to be annoyed. This isn't an adaptation of one-to-one thing. This is just an adaptation of the series as a whole, not like we're doing one-to-one things here. We can do one-to-one things if we want to, but there's no obligation unless like the author specifically said to like the anime production team, they're like, you must do it. And even then, I don't know who has kind of the rights to say what is who has the power to be like, we can have some liberty in some sections and we want to do this more one-to-one to the original material. Because people were complaining about that for the recent season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Everyone's like, not everyone, some people, which is the majority of people on Twitter and online, everyone was complaining like, why is everything not one-to-one like the manga, and every scene or some scenes are different? And I'm like, bro, there's nothing binding anyone on any side of like production to be like it has to be one-to-one. And even if it's on one-to-one, it doesn't look bad. You still get the same thing. If anything, I think some of the parts even look better that are not one-to-one, and they took a creative liberty in doing it, and I see no problem in it. You still get the same thing. It's dumb. It's stupid. Don't understand people. Considering I read both Jujutsu Kaisen and watched it at this point, I'm just like, what's the problem?
知識の深みを少し足しただけよ。
論文なら読んだとも。だが理解できたのはタイトルだけだ。
It's just dumb. It's stupid. Which is like, this is the reason why I say sometimes I liked anime when it was obscure back in the day and people would make fun of it, and I wish it was anime and manga was still obscure, because like back in the day you had like series like Fullmetal Alchemist or like Fruits Basket where the manga didn't finish and they had to take liberties into like the endings and stuff like that for it, or like change things. If other shows did it today, they'd get hounded for it. Which like it's not, which is kind of funny because for Attack on Titan, the manga ending got hounded, which then the anime apparently fixed the problem. Apparently, which I think it's still really dumb. The original source material was the thing that got hounded and not the anime because manga finished before then. But still, I think it's really dumb and really stupid either way. And like people were fine with it and people understood. Like people might have not liked it as much back in the day when they didn't get a more one-to-one ending, but I feel like people were more understanding of it.
君たち若者はその煮え切らない性
And it's
格を
like
研
really
究
dumb.
にまで持ち込む。ルシラーはどこから
I
こん
also
な学
wish
生を集めてきた
people
の
would
か
stop complaining
全く理解
and
できん。
just like
その声は
write more fan fictions, honestly. Like because like back in the day, I remember lots of people writing fan fictions, and now like I think people still write fan fictions about things like in terms of manga and other medias and animes, but it's very rare now that people do that. I remember back then,
セビーか
lots of people wrote fan fictions.
実験の準備
To
で
be
忙しいは
honest,
ず
if you
だ。
want a specific ending and you're
あい
good
つは
at
最近
writing, just
課
write
題
a
のこ
fan
とで
fiction,
困ってい
man.
るようだな。
It'll solve your
しかも
problems.
裏学
You
園から
write
戻
whatever
って
you
以降
want to write.
あそこへの立ち入り禁止を要
Like
求
the
してい
point
る。
of a fan fiction.
そ理由か。
Nobu made a character who lived
お
a
そら
double
く
life.
ルシラーや彼女の取り巻き
Hey,
が
we
何か
love
平和
double
をして
lives.
それをセビーが見つけたんだろう。
It just makes me think about Hannah
君は新
Montana
入
all
生
of a
だから
sudden,
知らな
even
い
though
だ
I've
ろう
never
が
watched it. I just know
私と
people
セ
talk
ビー
about
は
it.
学園長
They
と
were
折り
a
合いが
perfect
良く
child
なり
during day, but at night
教
they'd
師として
sneak
彼
off
女は
or
まずま
let's
ずかも
say
しれ
a
ないが
rope game to make it safe to
この
tell.
学園のトップを務めるには
Anywho,
力不足
when
だ
they're coming back home, they
学
get
問の面で
a
は
text from
モ
their
ーニエ君
siblings
をはじめ
telling
とす
them
る
not to
多く
go
の天
home.
才研究
That
者がい
sibling
る
was trapped in
運
a
営の面
closet
で
with
は
a low
経験
battery
豊富な
phone.
出資者
Both
がいる
parents were being killed just
彼女の
outside
よう
of
な
a
学
closet
識も
by
経験もない
escaped
どこにでもい
convict.
る共鳴者が
Damn.
スタート落ち学園の未来をいや忘れてくれなぜ私は
Not
こん
lol
な
as
話
in
を学
like
生相手に
it's funny in any ways in terms of like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
topic, but I'm just
Soto
saying like
tamekonde
lol, this is
tarashii
like classic trope of things happening to characters and things.
さっきのカール教授の話は大丈夫よ。私の立場ともなるとああいった疑いの声は避けられないもの。それで漂白者さん、あなたは学園長の人選やスタート落ち学園の未来についてどう思うかしら。急いで答える必要はないわ。これから自分の目で見届けてちょうだい。進みましょう。セビー教授はこの先にいるはずよ。
But yeah, that's all the things I have to talk about. It's just mostly me complaining about people being dumb and stupid. And making me sad because I'm just like, can we leave people alone? Like sometimes I think about this and I'm just like, would you like it if your job required you to be on Twitter and then people just harassed you and send you death threats? I don't think you would enjoy it. So why do people think it's okay that they do it to other people? Like, what the fuck? It's dumb and stupid. Also, I guarantee you that these people may or may not, some people might be gutsy to say it in person if that person was standing in front of them, but I don't think most people would say it if that person was standing right in front of them. So I think this is stupid and it's dumb, and I feel like I'm talking to like 5-year-olds, and I'm just like, do I need to go back to talking about what not to do on the internet and no cyberbullying and shit? This is dumb.
遅いじゃないか。頼んでいたものは全部持ってきたのか。まずは構成機を。ん？どうした？あ、すまない。助手が戻ってきたのかと勘違いしてしまった。君は確かどこかで会った覚えがあるような。そうか、学園の新聞だ。思い出した。君は控えの儀を成
The
功させ
double
た
life
あの
child
学
must
生だ
then
ね。
struggle mentally. Do they call the police and attempt to get sibling rescued, or keep quiet? Because if they call police, they will investigate. If they investigate, the secret double life will be revealed. It's not something you probably talk about. Sibling or secret, which do they value more? I see.
ヘリオスの発射プログラムがうまく動かなかった時、君たちはどうやって数値を調整したんだ？ドライブが動いていた時のデータは。
So windy in the game. Like I just see the pledge just swing intense in the background.
あの計画が実現する瞬間を見届けてから興奮が冷めやらなくてね。発射装置の研究には私も関わっていたんだ。おっと、自己紹介を忘れていたよ。はじめまして。私はコレクティブが過去に主催したスター統治賞の受賞者の一人で、工学部の教授をしているセビーだ。もっとも非常時の今、スター統治賞はしばらく中断されているけどね。誤解しないでほしい。勲章を自慢するつもりはない。
Anywho,
これ
yeah,
を身
all
につけているの
that
は
had me up until
人類の
7
科学
a.m.
が進んでい
thinking
た
of
こ
the
とを
sun
証
seeing
明したいから
outside
だ。
that closet.
たとえ今現在。
See, I write things, but I'm not very good at writing stuff and describing things.
私に何か用事でもあるのかな。
That's why it takes me longer to write things. So that's why when you say that, I'm just like, oh, I literally will just paint a picture, aka I'll just draw it. It's like, here you go. Insert this random drawing in the middle of my writing.
この間、私とシグリカは浦学園で事故に遭った。最近、一部の学生や教授も似た
So
ような
it's
経
taking me
験
a little
をした
bit
って聞
longer
いた
to
んだ
write
けど、
and edit
浦学園についてはいろいろな噂がある。
my writing for
私たちと同じものを見たのか気になって。
for lore stuff because I am writing some stuff, more stuff for lore, but it's just taking me some time because I'm trying to do my first like character story thing for my lore, and I decided to do Punchy first, so I'm trying to do some writing about that.
確かに
Like
私は
taking me a
浦
little
学
bit
園
of
に入った
time.
ことがある。
Also because I'm trying to
だが
work
残念ながら君と同じものを見ていないね。
on
これだけ多くの事故が起きている以上、
a piece of like artwork to kind of go with it in relation to the story that I want to put. So that's taking me a bit of time as
そろそろ
well.
実験の準備を始めなくて。
I'm basically slightly doing work but also procrastinating at the same time. So I'm just like, oh no, I need to actually get this done. Because it'll take
この勲章は君に渡しておく。スター統治賞は中
to
断されてしまった
finish
が、
it at this rate
機
if
械
I
の儀で活
procrastinate
躍
a
した君
little.
の行動は間違いなくコレクティブの歴史に残る
Like
偉
I have
業
the
だっ
bulk
た。
of it done. I just need to like do more editing honestly and
コレ
then
クティブは
finish up
今
this.
技術の躍進を切
drawing
実
and
に
then
求め
that's
ているん
it.
だ。この勲章は私からの個人的なお礼
But
だと思ってほ
I
しい。
haven't done that yet, so here I am. Okay, where am I supposed to go after? Right here where I'm saying. Didn't even have to move.
全部聞こえていたわ。どうやらセビー教授は浦学園で起きた出来事を話したくないみたいだね。けど収穫はあったわ。あの勲章はセビー教授と強いつながりを持っているよね。勲章をメイクアップミラーの前にかざしてくれるかしら。実物には触れることができないから観察して周波数を読み取って整理するわ。ご苦労様。あとは私に任せなさい。
Oh, I had to go back? Ew, I don't want to go back there. That's kind of gross. That's dumb. Oh. A cutscene. What the heck? Oh, do I get to play her?
学園長、聞こえる？
Oh no, never
え、
mind. I just have to
通
walk.
信は安定しているようね。それでは始めましょうか。
Move my butt.
おかしいな。確かに学園の謎解き通りに部屋を飾り付けたはずだ。なぜここは。謎解きの問題を変えてこの部屋を作り変えたのは誰だ。学生たちの間で噂になっているあのウサギと関係があるのだろうか。それはどうでもいい。まずは精神を集中させ、記憶を映し出して部屋を元に戻そう。もし学生が迷い込んで事故でも起こしたら面倒なことになる。
なるほど。セビー教授が裏学園に入ったばかりの記憶ね。彼はかなり長い間ここで過ごし、共鳴能力も使ったようね。見たところ彼は控えの祝典の担当者の一人で、変わってしまった部屋の見た目を元に戻すために来たのでしょう。でも
何か問題が？
私の考えすぎかもしれないけれど、同じ記憶に関する共鳴者として気になる点があるのよ。一般的に記憶に関する共鳴者はみんな記憶や感情を自在に操れると思われているわ。実際言葉で誘導したり幻を見せたりしても彼らの心を折るのはとても難しい。ただし能力には弱点が存在する。精神を集中させて記憶を操作しているとき、頭の中は膨大な情報でパンクしてしまうの。その瞬間人は無防備になる。異常な
Well,
裏
at
学園
least
は精
Nobu
神攻
had
撃が
an
得意でしょ
interesting story to tell
う。
me.
私がフラクトシ
And
ですなら
that
必ずそこを狙うわ。
that was fun.
記憶の共栄は不安定よ。
I was like, I don't have
急いで先に進みま
nothing
しょう。
interesting happened to me today, so I'm like, I have no interesting stories to tell today. Except complaining about people and me procrastinating a bit. So
全く時間の流れを感じない。まさかもう30分近く経っていたとは。あれはこの前までここに置いてあったはず。もしかしてあのウサギ。謎解きの問題を変えてこの部屋を作り変えたのはお前か。逃がすか。
彼がウサギに出会った瞬間の記録ね。時間の流れが早く感じることに触れている。これも何か重要なのかしら。
学園長たちが調査した被害者にも似たような行動が見られたの。
honestly, it got me crying
結
when I
論を急
stopped
がずにもう
disassociating
少し
and
様子を見
actually
てみましょう。
read the thing. That is true. It's like when you write it and you associate with yourself and you're just like writing
今度
it,
はどこに行った。
and then after you stop doing that and then you like read it without that
記憶の
association,
中
you're
の痕
just
跡
like,
までは隠せない。
dang. Whatever
もう
emotion
一度
you're supposed to feel
能
while
力を
you're
使えばわかるは
while
ず。
you're reading it.
隠れても無駄だ。そこにいることは分かっている。まさか自分が現れるとは思わなかっただろう。お前は。いや、分かっている。裏学園は鏡だ。所詮私の影に過ぎない。たとえ影だとしてもお前の一部には変わりない。どうした？自分の影に秘密を知られて怯えているのか？例えばずっと目を背けているあのこと。かつて光竜のとある研究員が陥ったように停滞した研究の沼から抜け出すために全てを捨て、まだ見ぬ真実を探し求めようとした。パスカル・スペクトル。どうだ？この名前に聞き覚えがあるだろう。私はパスカルとは違う。 その通りだ。お前には彼のような全てを捨てる勇気はない。だからこそその場にとどまり続け、回し車を走るモルモットになっている。だがお前の探し求めている答えがあると言ったらどうする？現状の課題の話をしよう。これを見るんだ。モデルそのものが最初から間違っていたのか。ここか。ここを修正すれば私の第二の仮説は成り立つ。修正後のモデルで計算すれば結果は公式が一つ抜けていたのか。前半は私の推論と全く同じだ。後半は続きはどこにある？ただで見せるとは言っていない。公平な取引といこうじゃないか。この答えと同じ価値のものを差し出せば、
No,
それを持ち帰る
not
こ
the
とが
power
で
of
きる。
equivalent exchange.
チップまで用意しておいた。お前の研究成果は全てここにある。論文もデータも全てだ。一つ選ぶといい。これまでの研究の中でずっと探し求めている答えと釣り合う価値を持つものは一体何だ？
Well, in this case, it's important information, I guess.
天秤が全く動かないな。この報告書には全く価値がない。別のもので試してみたらどうだ？ダメだ、全然足りないな。お前の自慢の成果はまさかこれっぽっちの価値なのか？
No, that's like so bad. You should not
全
do
部か
that.
けてみたらどうだ？
And also as we know, bad versions, bad doppelganger versions, very not very good.
私が用意したチップはこれで全部。
No fun
他に
saying
かけるものはない
they are
な。
not good.
ああ、そうだ。その勲章を忘れるところだった。乗せてみるか？何しろそれはお前の最高の名誉を象徴しているだろう。この通り、人生を捧げてもたった一つの答えにすら届かない。もしかしたら天秤そのものが答えなのかもしれないな。ラハイロイでもてはやされている科学や探索は結局のところ人類の文明が進歩するためには役に立たない無意味なものというわけだ。もちろんラハイロイの地下にあるあれを変える力もない。
Nope, nope, nope. Stupid
お前も実は
black
知って
hole.
いる
Get out of here. Shoot. I almost wanted to call it an eyeball, but I guess it is kind of in like an eyeball pupil shape.
ほう、そうか。もっとも今のお前には何も残っていないが、あ、そうだった。まだ一つだけある。
Insert the
そ
answer.
の
Yes, I know
命だ。
it.
さ
Of
あ
course he
どう
would
する？
say that.
お前のような理想
Because
ばか
that's
り語る
always the
やつ
last
には
answer to
むしろ
anything.
都合がいいだろう。 前は何も分かっていない。知識を求める者を惑わすだけだ。この部屋には誰も入れさせない。
裏学園に立ち入ることを禁止するよう求めていたのは。
彼なりの方法でこの学園を守っていたわけね。学生や研究熱心な学者が惑わされ、命と引き換えに未知の答えを求
We're
め
in
よ
the
うとすることを
radical
恐れていた。
off to tea with the Mad
時とし
Hunter.
て
That is
人の本当
true.
の価値は成果では
Right,
測れ
I
な
need
い。
to pull out my
世界の真
tea,
実を知
my
った
tea
上で
set,
運命
and
に
my
立ち向かい
funny
誇り
hats.
を持って生きていくことこそ重要よ。スタートーチ学園の人々は常に真理を追い求める。ただしそれ以上に過程を大切にするのよ。天秤で
No,
私た
she
ちの努
literally
力を
said
測るだ
the
ろう。
journey and not the destination.
言い出したものは何も分かっていないわ。さて、これまでの考えと教授が見せた裏学園の情報を比較すると、裏学園に長くいることでウサギに出会う可能性は上がる。でも直接的には関係していない。さて、これまでの考えと教授が見せた裏学園の情報を比較すると、言いたいことはわかるわ。ウサギは被害者の心の弱さに引き寄せられると言いたいのね。
I want to look at all the
で
dialogue
も誰にだって
options.
弱
All
い
my
部分があ
dialogue
るものよ。
options must be
隠し方
clicked.
の上手な人がいるだけ。私たちが
Even though they're
求
the
める
wrong
被害者
answers.
た
I
ち
just
の
want to
特
see.
別な共通点ではないでしょう。さて、これまでの考えと
Okay.
教授が見せた裏学園、半分正解ね。重要なのは共鳴能力そのものではなく、何に使うかよ。覚えているかしら。セビー教授が裏学園へ来たのは部屋を元に戻すためだった。そして被害を受けた学生はかつて裏学園から何かを持ち帰ろうとした。みんな能力を利用して裏学園の空間に何か影響を与えた。これこそが本当の答えよ。
答えは出たね。学園長が出てきたら。学園長？
いえ、重要な情報を伝えていなかったわ。祝典が終わってからの被害者には一つの共通点がある。全員記憶に関する共鳴能力の使い手なのよ。もっともそのような共鳴者は限られている。そして最後の一人が私。もう分かったでしょ。精神を集中させ少しだけ意識を緩める。外からの侵入者にしてみれば絶好の隙ね。あの偽物の言葉を借りましょうか。これだけのリスクで獲物が出てくるのならまさに公平な取引じゃない？フラクトシデスが大掛かりな招待をしてくれた以上、学園長として行かない理由はないわ。
Oh, I see. I can't read. Oh,
あの学生のこと、そなたは随分と信頼しておるのだな。
oh
そう
yo.
ね。あなたも彼女に会えばすぐわかるでしょ。それでそちらの状況は？
万事、そなたの筋書き通り。
Oh
裏学園から
yo. Let's
他
go.
の
We
気
need
配
to
は
see
せ
her.
ぬ。小賢しいウサギめ。裏学園の隅々に至るまで乱雑に気
Oh,
配
they're
をまき
working
散らしおっ
together.
て、
Oh, that's interesting.
これではわらわの目も参る。
ええ、簡単に捕まったら彼らの用意した宴が台無しだもの。それにもしものことが起きてもあなたは自分の取るべき選択を理解しているでしょ。
Dang, we get to see her already. What the heck? What happened to my game?
フラクト氏ですが大掛かりな招待をしてくれた以上、学園長として行かない理由はないわ。事前に話していたら、あなたは止めようとするか、一緒に裏学
Why
園へ
does
行こう
my
とする
game
でしょ
do
う。
this to me?
でもあなたには表側にいて
Did
も
you
らわな
not
くて
see
はなら
the
なかったの。
title of like the chat during the loading screen? I'm like, did my game break? What the fuck?
話した通り、学園にできる対策はせいぜい謎解きで出入り口を調整することくらいね。謎解きの多くはフラクトシデスによって変えられてしまったけれど、
They might have purposefully done that, but still, even then, I don't know. I thought my game
もちろん
broke
そ
for
こ
a
に保
solid
管さ
second.
れているファイルは大量よ。
What happened?
勝手に見てはいけないものもある。
During the loading screen, the title that popped up said like text underscore no not or no found, and I was just like, did I break the game? It basically looked like a source code, and I was just like, did I break my game? Unless they purposely did that, then that's fine, but still.
あなたは祝典でシグリカにこんな話をしてた
Hello,
ね。
hello.
どんな状況であろうと。
I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Please correct me, or if you'd like to be called something else as well. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. We are
断っ
playing
てもどうせ来るのでしょう。
the after story for
裏学園の空間は複雑だか
the current
ら、いくつ
update.
か手がかりを残しておくわ。
Thank you for the follow. You're
でも万
good.
が一の時
No,
は
or
すぐに裏
keywords.
学園から脱
Okay,
出して
great.
ちょうだい。
Hello, Ab. What's up? Hopefully you're doing good. We are playing the funny game. I'm getting back into it. Yay, let's go! Are we caught up with the main story, or are we kind of still a little bit behind it? Just because I don't know where you are currently, so I don't want to spoil. Well, in terms of what I'm playing, I can't avoid that. But in terms of talking,
やってみる？
I can avoid things. Talking, I can avoid. Showing you here, I cannot avoid because I'm trying to actually finish something. But
星の海を漂うように。
nowhere near caught up. I'm in. Minasita. I always can never say it correctly. I'm always doing good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good now. I am the chillin', and I am finally happy that I finally finished building Ameth now. And I can use her. Where is the... Oh, jump down. Oh, my game. Jesus, my game doesn't like things. No game broken. Remember our flying wings last time it was playing and decided to fly mid-flight. My wings poofed and were replaced by text brackets included per wing side. Okay, great. So it is just the game doing weird shit and it's not actually just broken. Okay, great. I love it when the game does this to me and I think that I broke it. I will say, Key, I think that area is probably one of my favorite areas for this game, I think so far. Yeah. I think so far out of all of them, I think that one is probably like my favorite one. And I think this, like the current part of the story, I think is probably my next kind of, my next favorite one. I think the beginning area, I think had a lot of my favorite characters and a lot of the character stories were really good. I think some parts of the beginning of the story was good as well, but like in terms of the whole thing. Oh my god, game, let me touch things. Okay. Thank you, game. Sorry, I was just reading the document, but I was just like, game, let me click things, please. Let me touch things. Let me interact with them. yeah, it's hella
お
pretty,
そらく
but
ルシ
I'm
ラ
not
ー
gonna lie,
が言って
I
いたも
love
の
the
だね
character moves and
どう
alts.
も
They go
どう
crazy.
して
They
謎解き
do.
問
They are
題集を
very
映
good.
画
I
の
love
絵コ
them.
ンテ集に挟んでるんだろ
Some
う
of them are like,
彼女の趣
damn.
味かもこれが役に立つといいんだけど
So, I mean, they go hard, some of them, and some of them look really good. So, yeah. And music design is always peak. Yes, I love the intro music for this area when you first get into this area. It is that music's really good. And like some other of the music sprinkled here and there. It's also really good. When the music flex, I'd be like, I pointed out, I'm like, this, it's so good.
来たわねこちらよこの道を行けばルシラを見つけられるはずおかしい
Oh, things.
どうしてここに残像が
No, I want my characters back. I don't get to play
ど
my
うやらルシラを
characters.
狙ってるようね
Oh, bad. I don't know how to play the game. It's fine. This is just normal. I don't know how to play the game. Oh, rabbit.
増えている
Ew, rabbit.
新しいお友達ね
Wow, I hit the parry for one twice? Damn. I'm surprised I hit anything. Oh, yo! There she is again. Nope. Oh, rabbit.
Lushira ルシラーの悲しき運命監督ルシラー主演ルシラー
ようこそ自分自身の映画に。
私の名前を盗んだ上にそんなタイトルをつけるとはフラクトシデスには劇作家がいると聞いていたけれど、それでそのセンスはどういうことかしら。
Oh, ew, not you. Chris, get out of here. We don't mention that man.
これはある若い女性の人生を描いた物語。彼女は大きくなり物心がつくと自分に記憶を読み取る能力があることに気づいた。まだ物事の区別もつかない少女は知らず知らずのうちに自分のものではないあまりにも多くの記憶を取り込んでしまった。その結果やがて自分自身を見失ってしまう。
セビー教授の声を勝手に使い、他人の人生を都合よく切り取って歪め、モノクロの線画で描くだなんて。いつからこんなものを映画と呼ぶようになったのかしら。次は私がラハイロイに来た時の話でも語るつもり？
おかしなことに少女は記憶の能力を頼りに表現の下にある研究員に入り、着々とトップの座に上り詰めた。未来へ進むはずの子羊たちがまさか過去を記録することしかできない羊をトップにしたとは。彼女は群れに何をもたらすことができるのだろうか。過ぎ去った人類の黄金時代の残りがに浸り囚われるか、それとも何も知らないまま羊の群れを見えない深い穴へ導き落とすか。表現を進む羊の群れ、彼らは凍てつく夜の野原で焚き火を起こし、寒い暗闇を追い払おうとしていた。しまいには身につけていた衣服や手にしていた書物、自分の身さえ薪にする羊が現れる。しかし寒さと夜は果てしない。羊たちが存在した証さえ全て飲み込まれ、表現には静寂だけが残った。
スター統治学園の結末までご丁寧に考えてくれたのね。本当に上映されるならおそらく10倍速で見るわ。タイトルだけじゃなくて内容にもセンスを感じないもの。これにて上映を終了します。ですが内部評価の結果、映画の脚本は登場人物の行動全てが無意味で、主人公は無知で哀れな存在だと結論付けられました。脚本は書き直されることになりました。後日試写を行うため、出演者はステージ前で待機してください。あら、
To be
イースタ
honest,
ーエッグまで用意してくれたのか
um,
しら。つまり
I
私
swear
の
the
人
next
生
time
を
I
作
see
り直す
Chris,
気？
and if he tells me he's been doing the shenanigans, I will just chuck him out a window.
せっかくチケットをもらった以上、
Actually, I would chuck him out the
最後まで付き合い
window
ましょう
for
か。
like literally the entire, well, not the entirety
ルシ
of
ラーの悲しき運命リメイク版。
last area, but partially for it, and I will just, ugh.
哀れな少女は過去を
It's
繰
just
り
not
返し
good,
体験
and
し、
it's gross,
大
and
人
I'm
になる
like,
と再びスタート地学園へ。こうして再び選択の時が来ました。
it looks so weird without the hat. But it could be just the fact that, like, my game is on, like, the lowest quality, so her hair looks really,
ただいまより
like,
学園
flat.
長選挙の結果を発表します。この結果
Unless her hair actually just looks like that, and it's, like, really flat. But I was like,
ネオ
if
ユ
it
ニ
was
オ
a
ン
bit
特
more
別調査団
poofy
の共同投
at
票
the
に
top,
よ
more
るものです。
volume, then without the hat, it looks
ルシラ教授、
fine, but
あなたの学園長就任をお祝いします。
doesn't look like that to me, so looks a bit weird.
それではルシラ学園長、一言いただいてもよろしいですか？
And then we find out that Chris was Seoji all along, just him with blonde wig. Oh, the pain.
よかったです、ルシラ先輩。じゃなくて、ルシラ学
You
園
know
長
what's
って
so
呼ばれ
funny
るん
is
ですかね？
during the Star Rail live stream, Seoji showed up, and as soon as he showed up on stage for the live stream, everyone in chat that was watching the live stream live was like, "No, we're so cooked, we're so doomed." I saw a clip of like someone watching it, and then they showed the chat, and I'm just like, "Damn, we all know when this guy just shows up, it's the death of all of us."
皆様の信頼に感謝します。ですが、私は学園長の職を引き受
I
け
think
る
I
つも
sent
り
you
はあ
that
りま
clip
せ
on
ん。
Instagram. Okay, I don't remember if it was you or I saw it somewhere else,
私
but
はあまりに
that
も
was
平凡だ
funny.
と思いませんか？ 学問で何かを成し遂げたわけでもなく、組織をまとめる経験もない。
But yes, it would be very funny if Chris just like takes off the wig and he's like, I was this man all along. And I was just like, no, I can't run away from them.
そうでしょ。ですから私の決断をご理解ください。皆様の後ろについてい
Some
く
were
だけ
like,
で
get him out
私
of
は
here.
精一杯です。
I think by this point for Star Rail, all of us are just like, this man is the bane of our existence, and also if he just shows up, we will just not
先輩、
have a
さっきのっ
great
て
time.
本当ですか？
身の程を理解してるようだ。さっさと次の戦況。
見て、ルシラ教授が来たわ。
Oh, maybe if I just turn my screen, that would
君の
actually
申
be
請は
better.
却下する。
さっきの教授、まるで別人のように頭を抱えて部屋に駆け込んでいったな。
彼女が中に閉じこもってどれくらい経った？
わかりません。ただ部屋の中から物が割れる音と泣き声が聞こえてきますよ。
ルシラ教授、まさかあの症状がまた出たんじゃ。記憶の混乱が原因のあれが。
I don't like how everything's like very.
やはり研
What's
究
it
グル
called?
ープを抜けるつもりか。
これが最後の授業です。今学期で
has like
この
that
授業は閉校になります。
like really tainted look. I know they're trying to do that to make it look old and stuff based on
彼女
memory,
は
but
黙り
still.
込んでいる。なぜなら心の中でとっくに自らの平凡な才能を受け入れていたからだ。もはや前に進むことを望んでいない。ずっと強がってきた若い女性の心は間もなく折れる。彼女の物語は終わりを迎えるだろう。
また誰かの記憶が私の意識に入り込んでいるのね。どれくらい眠っていたのかしら。会議は終わっている時間ね。私はどうなってしまったの？全てを忘れてしまいたいわ。この忌々しい共鳴能力なんてもう削除。そうね、能力に関する記憶そのものを消せたら元に戻るのかもしれない。
Oh, I hate when. I don't like that because it hurts my eyes. Stop doing strobe lights.
もううんざりよ。何もかも。
彼女は学園長の座を断り、探求の道を諦め、共鳴能力さえ捨てた。
過去の自分を葬り去ることを選んだ。それはまるで水底に沈んだ抜け殻のようだった。息は絶え、影すら失い。
違う選択をすれば新しい人生を手にすることができますよね。今これを見ているあなたもそう思いません？
Oops, my water just decided to do that.
どうせ
Oopsie.
最後には何もかも消える。だったら静かに待っていればいいんですよ。終わりの時まで楽しみを
I'm
味わ
sorry
い
if
尽
you
くし
guys
て
could hear my water bottle or
美しい
for
思い
me
出に
drink
身を
water. That
任せ
was
たら
a
どう
bit
です
off.
か？
I didn't realize my mic was
少なくとも
going to
一
pick up
瞬
that
の
sound.
喜びは
Oops.
手の届かない真理に比べればよほど確かなものだろう。
The stretchies. Okay, I gotta do the stretchies. Thank you, Nubu, for the redeem. Here we go.
私の手を握ってくれさえすればいいの。お互いの人生を交換しましょう。
Look, look.
もう
Yes,
苦しみもがく必要はない。喜びも
I was gonna say this
美しさも
random
すぐそこに
NPC
ある
with
わ。
pink hairs. I'm like, this is like pretty
物
as
語の
close
ラ
as
ス
to
トシー
me.
ンね。さあ、選択はあなた次第よ。
Except the haircut looks way worse.
これが最後の演技かしら。よく喋るわね。狙いがあからさまよ。
Hearing
セ
the
ビを惑わせた時と
is
同じ手口。
good.
人の弱みにつけ込み、プレッシャーをかけようとしているのでしょ。
Can they stop doing that with the screen? I understand why they're doing that with the screen, but I don't appreciate it because it hurts my eyes.
シグリカを狙っているのはミスリードね。
Stupid stroke.
あれは学園の介入を引き出すためで
Trying
しか
not
な
to
い。
look at, but I'm trying to look at
裏
like
学園に入った記憶に関す
the
る共
middle
鳴
of the
者たちを
screen, and
狙
that's what
い、
happens.
事件のように見せかける。それに私が気づくことを見込んだ誘導。記憶に関する共鳴者ばかりを狙うだなんて、あなたたちは何を恐れているのかしら。例えば、そちらの計画の邪魔になるものがあったり。いずれにせよ、手の込んだ滑稽な芝居だったわ。ただ、残念ながら人違いよ。大げさに過去だの未来だの語っていたけれど、私の辞書には今しか載っていないもの。だからこそ、映画を通した遠回しな伝え方が卑怯に思えるわ。私も含め、スタートーチ学園の人は皆、探求の中で迷い、苦しみ、もがいているのは事実。それを否定するつもりはない。けれど文明の重みは常に誰かが支えなければならない。もとより私たちは死地へ向かう羊の群れなのだから。たとえ焚き火が消えようとも、私たち羊の群れは大地を蹴って
The standoff.
命が尽きる時まで進
I
む
like the
道
shadow.
を選
It's
ぶ。
very good.
記憶に残ることも褒めたたえられることもいらない。我々は何も残さず、この地で長い眠りにつくでしょう。そんなこと一体何の意味があるの？意味？私たち自身が巻きになる様子を見届けているあなた、そして背後にいる連中が証明してくれたじゃない。ついでに言っておきましょう。私が学園長の器かどうか、それはあなたたちの薄っぺらい言葉や打作で決まるものではないわ。むしろフラクトシデスが必死になって私を否定しようとするほど正しさを証明しているとは思わないかしら。さて、不安になるのは果たしてどちらでしょうね。助けがあるのはこちらも一緒よ。今度こそ逃がさないわ。
Of course, I'm always there. 'Cause I'm always cool. Oh, never mind. I don't have to do anything.
来たのね。
Oh,
行くがよい。ここはわらわが切り伏せよう。
今は問題の解決が優先ね。先に行くわ。
Nice. That's so pretty. Can you imagine if my game quality was turned up to like normal or max? It look way better. Also, I watched this scene again and not in links. My brain still thinks about Bleach every single time I look at it. One specific character, but like even then, my brain's like, my association is so strong for no goddamn reason. But it is okay. That just means I think she's cool and she is cool and maybe I should pull for her. I don't know, maybe. Oh.
この部屋からもウサギの気配を感じない。手分けして探しましょうか。ここは私が調べるわ。あなたにはもう一度さっきの部屋を頼めるかしら。
Okay. I just have to click buttons? Is that what I have to do? Is this what I'm supposed to do? I think this is what I'm supposed to do. Right?
Go.
No. I'm literally running through every single room.
この部屋からもウサギの気配を感じない。ここは私が。
Okay, I did do that. Hold on a minute.
行こう。
Did I miss something? Did I miss? I'm bad at this. Being told very specific instructions and then I'm like, I'm veg. Okay, game's telling me I can't go there. Great. The game's making me not go into spaces I'm not supposed to. Oh. There we go.
「言ったでしょ。今度こそ逃がさないわ。ええ。フラクトシデスが裏学園に手を出した本当の目的はまだわからないわ。今はこの子が唯一の手がかりよ。私の能力で記憶を読み取ってみましょう。あら、どうやら能力を使う手間が省けたようね。これが初対面の挨拶になるな、ルシラー女子。初対面？ウサギの姿で顔を合わせていると言えるのかしら。 と言ってもあの映画には感謝するわ。ダ作ではあったけれど、おかげで仕事が多少は楽しくなったわ。どうやら私がウサギを捕まえることさえお見通しだったようね。
お前こそとっくに気づいていたんだろう。互いに望むものを手に入れたのだから、よしとしようじゃないか。
ラハイロイで何を企んでいるの？
よーく知っているはずだ。安易に答えを教えては学生の成長機会を逃してしまう。だがこれだけは言っておこう。今回のゲームはお前たちの勝ちだ。
勝ち？あなたのゲームに乗ったつもりはないわ。もちろん私の教え子も。そうでしょ、漂白者さん。
独りよがりか。そう言われると悲しいものだ。せっかく心を込めてこの裏学園にステージを用意したというのに。ならばお詫びに別のゲームを用意しよう。必ず今回より面白いものを約束する。なぜなら次のゲームではラハイロイの運命をかけることになるからだ。果たしてブーンという轟音とともに終わりを迎えるのか、それともスタート地の火は燃え続けるのか。
God, why does this keep happening, man? I gotta, like... Of course, because things gotta blow up. Well,
近いうちに会う日を楽しみにしている。
if it's not the fate of the universe in our hands, is something else bad happening? Like, every single time on a day-to-day basis, I swear.
次のゲーム。大丈夫よ。少なくとも今回の異変の原因は解決した。聞きたいことがたくさんあるでしょう。ここを出てから話すわ。
It's doing it again! Why does my game keep doing this to me? It keeps scaring me and thinking that I broke the game. Oh. Here she is.
あなた言いましたよね。裏学園にあるものは彼らを傷つけないって。
お前の望み通りにしただろう。シグリカを助けたいという願いを汲み取り、裏学園を少し調整して彼女が自分自身をはっきりと見られるようにしただけだ。それに今回は誰も傷ついていない素晴らしいハッピーエンドではないか。お前の友達も先生もそして漂白者も。まあいずれにせよ実験を手伝ってくれたことには感謝しよう。
実験ですか。
虚無の反対側についての実験だ。記憶に関する共鳴者は果たしてそれの力にどれほど抗えるのか。それに この一見つまらない学園の切り札の情報ま
Okay,
で
I don't
手
know if it's
に
just
入
me,
った
but like the sound and the voice acting just disappeared all of a sudden. But it could
刀を
just
振
be
る
me.
巫女か行こうかわいいフロイラインよまだ仕事はたくさん残っている
ならウサギさんはあれはあなたのペットですよね。
価値がなくなったあれのことか当然すでに捨てた私に捨てられないようお前も励むといい私にとって役立つ存在になるために
Oh, yo, does Nia not actually like... Did she get roped into this? Or maybe she thought this would be a good idea, now it's like not a good idea? Did I actually like a character who's like... me being like, I hope this character's not part of Fract. Literally in the main story, she's part of Fract, and then now the story's just like, maybe it's not so bad. And then I'm like, game, don't try to make me feel any better, okay? Hey, at least what I'm learning is you're not as bad as some other people
悪かったわね
in
丸一
there.
日付き合わせてしまって
You could be worse as I stare at the possible other people that are in Fract. Currents? Frolova is like, stuff happened. Scar's just Scar, so, yeah.
最初に話した時からあなたはフラクトシデスの罠だと知ってい
We
た
said that about
その
Frolova.
上で
How'd that end
自分
again?
自身をおとりにするつもりだったんで
Okay,
しょ
sure. We don't talk about that.
これも学園長の仕事
Like
よ
the only exceptions are like
結果
Frolova
は悪くなかっ
and
たでしょ
Dania. Everyone else in there, you chuck out a window.
安心して裏学園は入ってきた者にその人が目を背けている過去や本心を見せることは知っていたわでも私は自分の過去と向き合えるから問題ない
No, boo, we don't talk about that. Okay, not to say that we don't talk about it, but I got what you're saying.
学園長はスタート落ちガイド信頼関係を築くまでという授業を始めるって言ってたでしょ最初の授業の内容にぴったりだと思うけど、はあ、まさか自分で自分の首を絞めることになるとはおとなしく話すしかないわね20歳を迎える前に私は能力で読み取った記憶が混ざった結果どれが自分自身のものなのか区別できなくなったわ読み取る記憶が増えるにつれて多くの始まりと終わりを目の当たりにしたそれで私は自分がどれほど小さい存在なのか理解してしまったの裏学園はその記憶を利用して私の過去の悩みを再現したそれは要するにフラクトシデスがスタート落ち学園の代表である私に問いかけているということ答えのない未来を前にして何もかもが消えてしまう運命の中非力で何も知らない私たちの行動にまだ意味はあるのかとこの学園の一員として漂白者さんはどう思うかしら実にあなたらしいわ
I just realized there's a high possibility that we just go back to the whole Ameth problem next update, and this is the only update where I get a break from it. God, I swear I'm gonna either cry next update or I'm gonna have a crash out. It's one or the other.
一人のロイ人に過ぎなかった 私たちはそれぞれの部
I'm
位で
definitely
観
100%
測を
gonna have a
続けて
crash
い
out
た
for Star Rail, like,
けれど
next
彼は
week.
自分のことを観測のための道具とは考えなかった
Crying, maybe not
困っ
not
て
so
いる
sure
相手
unless
には
they
何度も
just
手を差し伸べ
throw
架け橋を
something
築
very
こうとして
random
い
in
た
there,
の
but I feel like I'm gonna mostly have a crash out
ちょ
with
うど
that
今
one.
私
God.
たちが星空に線を引いているように
I just hope they don't
危険が
drop
潜む
it at
表
the
現の
end
下
of
で
the
は
update
誰もが誰
like
か
they
にとって
did for
ささや
this
かな
recent
星明かり
update
に
for
なる
Star
わ
Rail, because all those drops about Ashvale was not very
か
fun.
つての私は
Right
あ
at
ま
the
りに
end,
も
after
高い
I've
場所
been
から
up
物
for
事を見
like
ていたから
3
でしょうね
hours, and then it's like
普
here's
通の人の
here's all
立
a
場で
bunch of
向き合
stuff
うべ
at the
き感
end.
情を見
God.
ていなかった読み取った記憶をもう一度たどってみて気づいたことがあるのそれらは一つの言葉にまとめることができるわ人は皆一生をかけて答えを探しているそしてその答えこそ私たちが未来へ向かう旅に意味を与えてくれるたとえ旅の果てに何も残らなかったとしてもいいえまだ道の途中よその点私もあなたたちと同じ一人の学生に過ぎないわだから安心してちょうだいそれを見つけるまではフラクトシデスに私の心は乱されないそういえばあの巫女の存在が気になるでしょうただまだ話す時ではないわこれは学園長としての判断でもあり安全のための配慮でもあるまあいずれにせよそのうち会うことになるでしょうけど
It's okay, she'll be coming out soon as a playable character, so
それと
it'll
裏
come.
学園で発生した出来事について報告書を書かないと後処理は大人に任せなさい気づいたらこんな時間ね漂白者さんまた授業で会いましょうこのゲームは本当に終わったのかしら
Oh, I finished. What only took me actually an hour. Like people finished it in an hour or something, and then it's like, dang, we actually finished it in an hour. Wait, is there more? There's actually more. Oh, there's still more. Never mind. I lied. Is this extra stuff, or it said we were done? What the heck, game? What are you doing? You're telling me that there's more stuff, and then you're like, we're done. Okay, next day. I'm gonna figure this out. What is this? Game literally froze on me. Done with that portion. Yeah, I guess so. Fair enough. Okay, game. Oh, not tomorrow. The next. I'm just bad at reading. God dang it. I'm so bad at this. Anyways, time skip. Again. So I'm bad at reading. There we go. Fast travel! Because I don't want to walk to the other side of the area. Or this part of the area, anyways. Jump! Down.
狙いを定めたわ
Oh, God. My game's slowly dying away. But still, nonetheless, I'm pretty much like done like the good chunk of it right there in like an hour. Reasonable. Dang. I didn't think I would do that.
もう誰もいないわ私の前ではそう緊張しなくてもいいのよひゆき先に言っておくけれど刀の修理代は今月の給料から差し引いておくから
どの刀を指しておる？
あなたが裏学園で使っていたものよ。これで4本目だわ。今度からは少しは気をつけてちょうだい。
心得た。して、わらわの刀はどこに？
そろそろ検査が終わるはず。安心しなさい。すぐに戻ってくるわ。
What? She wasn't even using her own weapon! Damn!
試してみる？こう見えても学生たちの間で流行っているのよ。
Oh my god, no. You're gonna give her Luke
遠慮して
candy?
おこう。腹などとうにすかぬ。
So basically,
お腹が空いて
possibly
いな
when
い
she
時こ
releases,
そ
she
キ
gets
ャ
to
ンディ
use her
ーが美
own
味しく
weapon
感じる
and
も
we
の
get to see
よ。
cool
ほら、あげるわ。
shenanigans. Again.
どうかしら。
ふむ。この舌を刺す酸味はわらわの好みではない。
あら？何も反応しないなんて。おかしいわね。シグリカたちはこれを食べたら。
何を言っておる？
いいえ、つまらないと思っただけよ。
あやつに見られたようだ。そなたの算段に狂いは生じぬか？
Frosty the Snowman. I guess so.
フラクトシデスが仕掛けた罠は私だけではなくあなたを誘い出す目的もあったのでしょう。彼らはあなたの存在に気づいている。悪かったわ。ずっとあなたの行動を制限して力を隠そうとしてきたのに結局バレてしまった。
互いに分かっておったはず。いずれ明らかになる定めであることは。
ならしばらく学園で暮らしてもいいんじゃないかしら。もし何かあればあなたもすぐに駆けつけられるでしょ。わざわざ手間をかけてフラクトシデスは裏学園に細工したようだけれどそこまで大きな脅威はない。ただ名式の力が絡んでいた場合は最悪ね。フラクトシデスの計画はすでに次の段階に入っているかもし
I
れないわ。
don't want to talk about that.
わらわに命じておくことはあるか？
今はその時じゃない。知っての通り下にいる名式に対してコレクティブも様々な手を打っているわ。万が一それらが破られ名式に飲み込まれたとしてもまだ奥の手が残されている。そう、それはどんな願いも叶えてくれる巫女、つまりあなたのことよ。
Now I really want to know what's her shtick. Considering basically she's basically saying, oh, if the plan that we have to deal with Therian goes bad, you are the backup. And I'm like, what? Last time I checked, and last time we talked about it in relation to Ameth, that thing not very good. And you're telling me the backup plan is a person? Okay, now I need to know. Oh. This is gonna be long. I'm definitely not gonna be okay by the end of this. Man, eventually Wu was gonna like hit me hard. Star Rail's already like jumping the gun and going like 100 miles an hour already, like literally next update next week. So I don't know how the ending's gonna turn out. It's gonna hurt me way more. But yeah. I just hope it won't be as bad as like Emporius, because then I'm gonna be like dying, like actually. Alright, we finished! Still in an hour. We finished in an hour and a bit, just before 2 hours. So let's go. Have a video or grinding? We're gonna do a little bit of grinding and then we're gonna watch videos. I, however, do need to use the bathroom, so I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break before we start doing anything else. So I will be right back. Alright, hello, I have returned. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of grinding and then we're gonna watch videos afterwards. For videos, we're gonna watch the rest of the Star Rail videos that we didn't watch, which is the 3rd anniversary, the Mappa one, and then the recent one for, I believe it's about Silver Wolf. And then if we want to, we can watch theory video about Planet Arcadia, and then there's one about Ashvale as well, so we could watch those if we would like to, but we'll talk about that later. Welcome back. Thank you. All right. Grinding. I'm just using this for the sake of it makes my life a lot easier. Okay, teleport. Where's the funny? I just need the drops. If my game doesn't freeze. My game is like freeze. Oh, my game just died. Bro, my game is lagging. Oh my god. My game actually just says, don't play me anymore. Don't even grind. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm gonna leave my game for a solid minute and see what happens. Okay, now it's not dying. Okay, let's see if it becomes really bad. Actually, it doesn't matter in terms of like level difficulty. I just need the drop. I don't need anything else from this thing. I just want the drops. Hopefully my game doesn't lag to like crazy lengths, but who knows. Okay, let me walk up to you. Not get hit? That would be very useful, I guess. Oh, do I know what buttons I'm pressing? No, but you know, it's fine. Just wing it. Never mind, I killed it and ulted for no reason. It's fine. I rather press the funny button than not. I only get... Bro. Give me 2! Please! That's useful. If I get 2... Give me 2, please. 2! Yes! Give me another 2! Please. I need more. Why am I backing up? Thank you. There we go. Nice. Good job, Brand. Anyways, turn around. 2! No! I only get 1! God dang it. When I want to maximize the amount I get, I only get 2 the one time. It makes me sad. Oh well, I have to wait another week to do his skills. Which is sad, because honestly, I just want to get them done for her. Yeah. Oh wait. No, this is the wrong goddamn person. I was like, why is this done? This shouldn't be done. I'm looking at the wrong person. Brand. Well, there it goes. I have no more. I am the Segue. What level are they? Brand cosplaying Aveth. That'd be funny. So we still have 1. Okay, they're not all 7. So then we still have 7. We still have 7, and then 8, 9. So then that's like 3 levels. So 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's like 15. Ah, Sedge. I have to wait so long again to still do this. It is fine. Okay, while I wait to finish that... Actually, can I, like, pull down the stand? Actually, I probably could pull on the standard, but I don't want to. Who's even up? Oh. Why do I have so many pulls on the standard and then on... It's because I've been pulling characters, that's why. It's like, why do I have things on standard? Because I don't pull on standard, because I don't need anything specifically. Okay, I just want to check another character real quick. Oh yes, I haven't checked that yet. Nor have I checked this, but, you know, that's fine. Do I not? Is this better? I guess so. Do I have... Oh, I see why. Someone else is using this. Poor kid, Mirai. Underleveled. That is true. I could try and pull... for this. Hold on a minute. This is the standard one. Hold on a minute. Where is it? I could try and pull for this. I have the pulls. I'm not going to use these for anything. Doesn't even have her own weapon, so... Magically, I just get it. Oh. My game's lagging. Well, I guess the universe says the kid gets a cool present. Oh, hi. Anyways, I can skip the rest. Well, there you go. I have a present for you. There you go. What do I need to upgrade this thing? I don't remember. Hold on a minute. Oh, I need these. Okay, that's fine. There we go. I got you a gift. Here you go. Now let me just press the level up button. God, I'm gonna have... Okay, now that means I have like 3 of the swords And then now I have one of these, right? Because sword people. No, because I have a stupid ass sword. I have like 3 of these for godforsaken no reason. Actually, there is a reason for it, but still. Dang it. No, did I not swap it? Bro, switch. Switch. What about gun? Upgrade Morphe. That is true. I should give him a better gun. You are right. I could give him a better gun. What gun do you have? Oh, you have this one. Yeah, because I also don't have your weapon. Ah ha ha. I love it when I give people not fun weapons. Look! I'm Sage! I like how, other than Luke, which I didn't end up pulling because I pulled Ameth, I literally it's just woman. Okay, anyways, back to this. Gun, pull, go. Okay, well, give me a minute. Let me just, I want to see if I can level this thing up all the way. Can I? Probably. Unless I become broke all of a sudden and don't. Oh, nope, I'm broke. Never mind. I need to grind the money. No money. Okay. Standard. Let me swap to the gun. Where's the gun? Gun. Okay, go. Go, we can skip this. Okay, that's 1. I'm curious how many pulls do I need to get for the gun. That's 2. Well, 3. I guess 3 if you counted that I pulled for the rectifier before. What about Evax? Oh! Oh. Hello, Lumi. 40 pulls for both weapons. Here we go. Nice. There we go. Let's go. I have more luck pulling in the standard weapon banner than I do on, like, limited weapons. I guess I am forever just not lucky on pulling characters and pulling their weapons reasonably enough when it is not standard. Because I did both those weapons in 40 pulls. That I cannot do on a limited weapon. Oh god, okay. Oh yes, I was poor. I don't have any money. That was, yes. Does Matrix Man have punch? He doesn't have his own weapon. What weapon does he have, actually? Okay, he doesn't have his own. Doesn't have his own weapon. What? I don't know what other weapon. Hold on a minute. What weapon? Oh, is it because I actually have what other? Whose weapon is this? Yeah, actually, whose weapon is this? I don't actually know. Do you also use standard? No, you use your own. You have your own weapon. I keep forgetting that. I'm like, you have your own weapon, that's why. Punch, gotcha, go. God, no, I can't keep doing this. I can't just keep doing this. I'm not gonna get it. Well, actually, I might, because that was only 40. Okay, where's the button? Bro, the times I took to level up my other weapons, and then now I have to get other weapons. The entire roster of the beginning area of all the characters right here. Anyways. Okay, that's 60. This is 70. I mean, we're upgrading your characters with this. True, you are right. They will do more damage and they will be more cool. You are right. Here's 80. Okay, here's 90. Have you bought the gacha things in the store with the summon mats? Yes, I have. There we go. We did it. Okay, I'm gonna level these separately so then I know if, because I still use both Morphe and Pun and Matrix Guy in my teams. So I will level them up separately, so then when I do level them up, I can get that done. I should actually level those up first, because I actually use those characters. Everyone got their new shiny weapon, lol. True. I literally said, I'm not gonna spend any of the pulls on the standard banner, and then Nobu's just like, go, pull some weapons. I basically pulled like 3 weapons in like 90 pulls, and then I'm just like, done. I wish I could do that on a limited banner. That would be great. But I can't, and it's sad. But I'm broke right now, so
yes.
I'm money broke. So I need money. Hold on a minute, scroll down. Where is the actually map? Map. Wait. Bag. Okay, can I even upgrade these? Or am I just also poor? I'm not poor. Not that poor yet. Nobu has weapon luck, just like Kulek, lol. Thou art welcome. Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, I'm really broke. Okay, never mind. Broke. Time to go and get money. Will you give me luck in pulling characters that I want? Maybe I should just pull on stream, make sure Nobu's here, and then just be like, alright, I pull. Okay, I need money. I'm poor. What is the... Do I care about, like, the thing? No, I don't. We'll use this team. Why not? I can't be arsed to use other people right now because I use other people. Anyways, I'll just do this. Not that I know what I'm doing anyways. Who's on banner right now? Who's on banner? That's a good question. Zani. I'm trying to think. Lene. And Phoebe, I think. Right? Yes! I'm so good! I'm surprised my game has not exploded yet. Actually, it probably would. Probably has. Maybe I don't have out of those. I don't really want her. That is fair. Okay, I gotta do money a bunch of times because I'm broke as all hell, so I need money. Probably after money, we'll watch videos. There we go. Surprisingly, well, actually, no, like, this is not really too difficult. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know what buttons I'm pressing, but I definitely am pressing buttons. I just don't think they're the right buttons, but I definitely am pressing buttons. Which then, that means I'm not doing the max amount of damage, so I'm basically hindering her. Which is the same thing I do with Augusta, honestly, so, like, it's fine. It's not that bad. It could be honestly worse. I hinder a lot of my characters by not pressing certain buttons, or no certain combos, especially, like, these two. Oh, Rant. I know you're single target. It just makes my life a lot harder, but it's fine. You just do the best. Basic tap, tap, skill, tap, repeat. Oh, okay. What's in that with Brand here? Hey, Brad, what do you think? Oh, oops. I just did dodge. Oh, I just didn't hit this one because it was not staying in the vicinity. That's very awkward. Okay, there we go. I think for one you have to do 40, I think, so. Let me level things. Watch it, I don't have all the materials because I haven't grinded some of this material in a while. Occasionally, you can hold for charged attack. Okay. Okay, that's for that. Never mind. Oh no, I shouldn't be. I need. Oh. Click the wrong thing. Sorry. And then my game also froze, so I like did not help my game right there. I was basically hindering it. Me hindering my game, that is not new. No! Do I actually not have these? That is just sad. Okay, I want to level this. I want to see what do I not have for this too. Then I can just look for all of the things. Oh, of course. Okay, so it's all the beginning. Do I actually not? Can I not just... No? Can I not just... No, I have no more upgrade material. No, man. All right, I'm just broken lot of ways now. Okay, I guess, yeah, I just need to grind things and pick up materials from things. Okay, well, that's it for today. That's all the grinding I'm going to do because I can't be arsed to do all the grinding for the weapons right now. At least they're like at 50, 60, so they're almost like at 80. It's either 80 or 90, I don't remember. So we're almost there with those weapons, and then we'll get there. I'll work on those on the side. So we finish the extra stuff. Good enough. That is true, good enough for now. Actually, I'm gonna swap them onto the characters because even though they're not at the level 90, they still are a lot better than the other weapons that they are currently using. Let me swap them out. Because they are just better. And then also, I will probably realize that the damage is a lot lower and be like, what the fuck is wrong? Actually, can I not mark this down? I'll mark them down. I'm pretty sure on this tab I can mark them. Yeah, I can. Why do I have you marked? I have a U marked for different reasons. You! Mark you, because then I'll remember for Morphe if I have Features Guy marked. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, let me just do this. Do this. Let me just close this for now. And then let me just find the right tab for us all so then we can watch our funny videos. Okay, let's see here. There we go. I'm just gonna close some of my other tabs that I have here so that I don't have so many of them open right now. Okay, I'm gonna log out of my game real quick. Okay, perfect. That. And that. Okay, perfect. Okay. Let me just close this. I'm just gonna put this stuff away. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna watch the videos I said. We're gonna start with the 3rd anniversary song, and then we'll work our way to doing the other ones. I'm just gonna turn the sound on here, and I'm just gonna lower the sound here, and then we'll get started with the videos. Why is the sound not working? Bro, why is the sound not working? Literally, thing is telling me otherwise. Okay, why are you not working? Good thing I tried to test it and it didn't work. PC volume output. Let me try and fix this again. All right, let's try this again. Let's see if it works. There we go.
Can make me stay. Move so smooth they turn around, say walk that talk and play forever, but I'm not playing now. Treat like a criminal, hate so unconditional. I cannot forget the feeling you hate that on my life. Love it up, won't be long. Sing along, don't try to walk away, you won't last long. Life's a messy letdown. Fits perfect in my town. Same old drama.
This is so cute, the animations.
Take that like you're dancing in the dark with a round and round and round, too hard to realize nobody cares.
The left blade there, just nonchalantly. Oh, here's that fail. I love it. It's so great. That's so good. That's so funny. That's so good. The song was really catchy. I really like that. I loved when they were flying in the air, and I love how like Blade was just standing there nonchalantly. But I love the animations, and I like how it's like very like, you know, there's some action-packed parts and then there's some funny parts in it. It's really good. Bomberman? Maybe. Actually, I want to know who the singer is, actually. Does it tell me who the singer is? Oh, I don't actually know who this is. Wait, hold on a minute. I Google this person? Because I've never seen the singer before. Actually, maybe I mean, a scene in the video. Oh, I see. Oh. Icelandic electric music duo. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. That's very cool. I mean, for the singer, I mean. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like how we get different people to sit and do some singing. I like this. This is great. I love it. Where's some of the comments? Regular MC's shenanigans every time they got separated from March and Hong. True. Asheville getting dragged in. Yup, that is true. Oh, not Blade holding Silver Wolf like a cat. Oh, that is true. That was pretty funny too. Yeah, there was a lot of good scenes there. There was a class setting with someone dropping bombs that went boom in a cross pattern, like in the very old game Bomberman. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't pick that up. I didn't pick it up. I think it's basically maybe because I've never played it, so I would not know. Yeah, but there's like a good amount of funny and good like action scenes in it at the same time, so I really like that, and that was really good. I'm just gonna pull out the next video as we're kind of talking about it. We're gonna pause here. But yeah, I really liked it. It was really good. The song was really good in itself too. Like the song was, it was catchy. It wasn't like too heavy or anything like that. It was like really good. I like the song. And then like with the animations, it was really good. I love the transition between like the chibi animation. You kind of had the more like in detailed, you know, kind of art style for the more like kind of more quote unquote serious fight sections. And then you have like, you know, some of the comedic moments there with the exaggerated faces and stuff like that. It's really good. It was really good. I clap. Very good job. So yeah, good job, Hoyo. But I mean, like, usually they do really good job with these types of anniversary like videos and stuff. So I mean, this is just like a tidbit for the 3rd anniversary. So like 3rd anniversary like stuff hasn't came out yet. So hopefully or unless this is gonna be that 3rd anniversary video, but I doubt it. So we're gonna probably get one like last year probably. So I'm excited. If we don't, and this is the only thing that we get, that's still pretty good. So we're gonna watch the Mappa trailer for Star Rail. So this is, if you don't know, basically all the Hoyo games, which is Triple Z, Star Rail, and Genshin are all supposed to get animes at some point, apparently. But I saw a post how apparently all of the Hoyo games are supposed to get their animation done by a different like animation company. So like Mappa is apparently doing Star Rails. I think Ufotable is doing Genshin's, I think. And then I don't remember what was the last one that's doing Triple Z. So that's what it is. So it's interesting, definitely. We decided to pick 3 different animation companies to do different things, but who knows? I shrug my shoulders. I don't know when these things are supposed to come out. Like Genshin said, were supposed to come out like I think this year or like next year, but like we've heard nothing since like the last like supposed like teaser kind of thing, kind of like this one, but I don't know. We'll see. But regardless, if we ever get an anime for any of the Hoyo games, I just like looking at cool animations. People whine that Star Rail getting anime before Genshin. Well, I mean, hey, I'm just saying some productivity is getting done more than the other. I don't know if it's because like you have to realize that both Star Rail and like Genshin are worked on by different groups within the same company. So I don't know if it's those groups themselves are more like kind of pushing to get this like the anime like, you know, progress done, and Star Rail's team is just kind of getting things moving a lot quicker and stuff and kind of getting things put together and compared to Genshin, but I don't know. I shrug my shoulders. Isn't Genshin's story still going on too? Well, I mean, it's like the same thing for like Star Rail and Triple Z, right? It's still an ongoing story. But I mean, it depends on how much they're going to animate, right? If we're talking about like an anime about Genshin or Star Rail or even Triple Z, like, are we going to do it like exactly per beat of like the game? Because then there is the option of doing that, but then you might deter some people from actually playing the game if you make an anime a one-to-one to the actual game, like the story of the game itself. So I don't know if that might, you know, bring in more people to try and play the game, deter some people from actually playing the game, or, you know, give people who don't have the capacity to play the game to still experience the story of the game. So you do have some positives and some negatives there. Or you can do the thing that some animes do for games where it's like it's just extra content and it's not like, you know, main story content. It's like, oh, it could be like stuff that maybe people in the fan base want to explore, and then they're using the anime as that avenue to explore those things. And then you still, you know, you're still giving people the content related to the game, but it's not, you know, the actual story. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Genshin is all over the place story-wise, though. That is true. Like for like Genshin, I've complained for the longest time, and you guys know this, where it's like you have to read your items. Like some of the items you get in the story, you have to read some of those stuff. Sometimes you have to read weapons or other items that you use. I don't remember what like the equivalent of relics is in like Genshin anymore because it's been way too long. But you sometimes have to read those because those gives you hints as well. And you have to like sometimes look outside of like outside content in terms of like side quests and other stuff. Not to say that like Star Rail that doesn't have that as well. Like for example, like in the last update, there was a side quest after the main story about kind of like in relation to like Full Wish, where you did a quest where you were basically kind of going through this girl's like backstory through the lens of her dog. That kind of gives you more kind of hints towards kind of like what happened like with the incident before, and you know kind of giving you more about, you know, what happened during that time when Himiko was there, and then stuff like that. So I'm not to say like Star Rail doesn't have that specifically, but it gives you a more clear indication where you need to look, and it tells you things. Genshin doesn't tell you that. It's like if there's like this missing lore, the game doesn't fill you in when it needs to fill you in. You kind of have to look for it yourself, and if you don't look for it yourself, it's really hard. Triple Z is very straightforward. I don't think we've ever had any problems with lore in relation to Triple Z. They just tell you the main story. Side like quests or like extra content is extra stuff, and you know, maybe there's some hints for character like stuff or other things, but it's not like too heavily that you need to do those things to know main story stuff. Even for Star Rail, the example I did, you didn't need to do that quest, or if you didn't like catch on that that's what the quest was talking about, it's still fine. You still can understand the story, but like Genshin is kind of hard in that sense. Anime would be mess if there is an order. They would have to insert a lot of the extra reading that you would have to do, pretty much. Like, because like for around like, I was gonna say Fontaine. Is it Fontaine? Some parts of Fontaine you would also have to like insert some of the extra reading. Or for some characters like Senorita. If you don't remember her, she's the ice girl. Basically Raiden basically demolished her. Like there's some things that hint at her character, and some of the items and stuff like that. Like if you cared about that, but it's not relevant to the main story all too much. in terms of her character, because she doesn't serve too much of a, she serves like a purpose, but it's not like to the depth where we need to know that. So it depends on how important you want something to be pointed out and how you're going to present this information, because in the game itself it's like not that great. Artifact, I'm pretty sure, are Genshin relics. Yes, thank you, app. Yes, that is correct. Thank you. I haven't played Genshin in so long, my brain's forgot. Imagine they do a chibi parody of the game, like Isekai Quartet. That would be funny too. Like, honestly, like I said, if they do like per story beat of like the main story for the games in terms of like anime, there are positives and negatives for that. If they do side content or kind of like a funny parody, like you mentioned, Nobu, that's also very fun, especially for like people who already played the game. That's also really fun. And I think also for people who don't play the game that are kind of interested, maybe you'll kind of like pique people's interest. Obviously, maybe they won't get some of like, if it's a parody, maybe they won't get some of the jokes per se compared to like people who do play the game. But it's like a good kind of like, oh, kind of, you kind of see some things about the game and maybe it'll pique your interest to play. I mean, it's the same thing if they were to do a more one-to-one anime of the main story, if they did do that, but you know, I'm not sure. Until they say more and until they like show me trailers, more trailers than this just one, because it's apparently just a concept trailer. So until they show me more trailers, you know, talk about it more, then I'm just like, it'll happen whenever it happens. If it never happens, then it never happens. But yeah, I thought I would just watch it because it looks really good. And I heard people talking about it because of some people showing up in this trailer. So let's get started. Let's watch it. Okay, I just gotta make sure the sound is on again, and then we can listen. I won't have to talk about the animation because it's Mappa. And Mappa does a good job all the time. Oh, we already get action. What? Who was that? Oh my god, it's them! That's so cute. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh, yo, that's cool. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so funny. Who is this person? That's what I want to know. Oh, there's Blade and Don Hong again. Oh, nice, we get to see Lulu there. Oh, hi, cat. Ew. That's a very interesting set of characters that are at the end. Wait. Are they implying that that person is Elio? I was gonna say, Silverhawk Hunters get a lot of videos for themselves. a lot more compared to other people, but it's interesting. That was really cool. I like how we got into the action. Elio human form, aha. I'm not sure. I was confused about who that person in the hood was initially, and then when they did the flash at the end of a bunch of the different characters, which I don't know if there's a reason for picking some of those characters to flash at the end, or if they have some relation to each other, which I can't think of anything right off the top of my head, and then they showed the cat right at the end there. So I'm not sure if they're like, this is like how Elio actually looks, because I'm assuming he's not actually just a cat. So maybe, I'm not too sure. I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming they're applying, at least in this video anyways. I love the section of just MiraiShishiou, Boothill, and Argenti just dancing. That was hysterical. That was hysterical and great at the same time. I love it. I love it how they're in this, initially the first time you see them together is at the end of Patagoni together, in that scene, on the airship, and then you get them here again dancing. That's kind of funny. So that's great. Mostly just because I didn't think MiraiShishiou is that type of character, but they made him do it anyway, so that's kind of funny. What else? We got to see some good action scenes, some of the characters' backstory and stuff like that. Some stuff with Blade and all that fun jazz. At the beginning, when they're like doing the fight in the club, like literally when they pan over from Kafka, you can actually see archives. If you don't know who that is, that's basically a character in Impact the Third, which he has some relation to Welt. So if you guys know of that character or play Impact the Third, you can. I think that's a silhouette of him, or they could like inserted him in the background, but I could be wrong. I'm not gonna go back and kind of look in detail. If it's not, then it's fine. I just thought I saw funny silhouette. But yeah, I think like I said, animation I don't need to talk about because it looks good. But this is just mostly just still around hunters doing stuff, throw in some backstory for some of the characters, and then some action scenes. You have the express there as well. So yeah, it's just good. I don't know if there's a more depth of stuff. Someone probably analyzed this entire video and can point out stuff to me, but like in general, I'm just like, other than like random person could be Elio, the rest I'm just like, I just see people, I know this shit, I've seen this before in the game. So unless there's more meaning to it, then I definitely did not catch on to some of that stuff there. Let's see. Oh, here's someone saying they dripped Elio on a random fry. Okay, so maybe Mappa treating Elio's eyes as they did with. Okay, so it seems like a lot of people are inferring that that hooded person is Elio. Yeah, Elio revealed, yeah. So a lot of people are kind of guessing that to be that. For a minute, when they pan over to his face, I'm like, damn, really close up, you kind of just look like Finon. I was just like, this is not the right guy, but you kind of look like that from close up, man. So that was kind of funny. It's just Kevin, it's just Welt, Kevin, and Otto becoming idols all over again, except with Boothill, Argenti, and MiraiShishiou, yeah, which is that dance scene. I think it's really funny, yep. Kafka home planet lore? Oh, when she was walking in the rain and there was like blood everywhere, where you see Elio as a cat. But yeah, it's really good. So there are some things, but mostly just related to characters and some things that the game hasn't talked about in and of itself. So good animation. It's like really good. It's basically just like a showcase of like Mappa kind of, you know, doing animation stuff for Star Rail and stuff like that. But it looks really good. It was great. I liked it. If anime becomes a thing, I will be interested in watching it. I mean, this is the last video that we're go into, well, it could be the last video. I'm gonna just ask you guys if you guys care to watch these things. These other 2 videos. If not, then we will skip them. One of them I'll watch on my own time. The other one I will kind of leave maybe if we don't care to watch it, and then I'll kind of explain my reason for saying that after we watch this video. I believe that this video has to do with Silver Wolf. I don't know what it is about specifically. So it could be some backstory, relation stuff, or other things. But her trailer did come out today, so there's also that. So let us watch this last video and see what's up.
It's just a trashy game. Only strength counts. Tears don't matter.
Yo! Is it the backstory lore?
Level 0? An illegal infant? Shoot! Where'd this ugly little thing come from?
You see, this is the Punklordian way. Leveling up is everything. But you, whatever level you're born at, will be your level at death.
What? Mount Scrap has a new master? A level 63 boss? Who is this beast?
The ID is Silver Wolf?
Who's that? What level are they?
Let me check. What?
We now bring you an interastral peace broadcast news flash. The Punklordian Hacker Guild's database was anonymously overwritten. All user-level identifiers have been lost.
Purple was once again observed in the Europa star system, lasting for 7.3 seconds. Several mining ships were relocated after being attacked by true states, and traces of either enemy were found at the scene.
Detected anomalies in certain library archive texts. The memetic
A
data
massive blackout has occurred across Pier Point. Services are expected to be restored in 1 system hour. Abnormal signal fluctuations were detected in the containment zone of maximum security target 0. All frequency tracking beacons have failed.
So is this the end?
Want to play a game?
You're the creator of this cartridge?
The cartridge is no more than a seed thrown down by the god on a whim. They do not care what kind of fruit it bears.
Oh.
Only this time, you are the one to make it sprout.
Sprout? Is level 99 truly its limit?
Level 99 is Punklord's limit, not the cartridges.
But it can't level up any further. I need power. Even more power.
Why do you need it?
Why do birds fly? Why do fish swim? Only the dying and the overfed contemplate meaning. I don't intend to die, nor do I have the luxury of excess.
I see. You are simply afraid of your own weakness.
You've got a real mouth on you. You think trash talking is gonna win you this round?
Believe me, I'll win.
Can't handle losing, huh? Can't handle losing?
Just how critical should it be? May you only stay this week. You pass.
Can a god really do whatever they want like this, just on a passing whim? Life really is a lousy game. See you next time. I'll be waiting.
That's kind of cool. That's fun. We get the Silver Wolf lore. Of course, when she little, she said when people were like throwing comments at her, I'm just like, oh, literally, I should have expected this because that's literally what literally I expect that for all characters at this point. Childhood sucks. Which I think is kind of interesting where she's from. I'm assuming this is the planet that she's from. I think it's really interesting how well, it makes sense with her character, but I think it's an interesting concept where it's like your level is kind of like your identity and your life, depending on what level you are. It's like do or die pretty much. So I think it's kind of interesting. Silver Wolf versus an avatar of Aha. Yeah, that was also very interesting as well at the end there. Also, they just inserted to Peephole. I saw Sampo there, or Silhouette, and I'm just like, ew. But also there was Sparkle and oh, I forgot his name. The other maskful dude. I always forget his name. But yeah. I thought it was a really good video. A little tidbit about Silver Wolf and stuff. I like how people are like, people are getting hacked, and I'm just like, this is the part, and this is the time where she does shit, and well, her level gets up really quick. So I think it's really interesting. I think it's because like other than this kind of stuff that we have, I don't know if you noticed, but when it said want to play a final game, there was a small elation mark in the center. Was there? Okay, this is the only time I'm rewinding. I'm gonna mute. So I gotta rewind. Where is it? Where is it? Go back, go back, go back. Oh! Found it. Oh, there was! I do see it! It's right there! Right there! Right here in the middle. Smack dab in the middle, I found it. It's right there. It's right there. Yes, I didn't see that. I didn't pay attention. My brain was looking at the words, less so everything else around it. Surprisingly, though, it's like smack dab in the middle. So if I'm reading the text, my eye should look to the middle at some point. So I don't know why I didn't notice it, but... oh, well, I'm just bad at noticing, apparently. Oh. There's a bunch of text here. God dang it. Oh, there's like... oh. Dang. Lots of text here. It opened from there before she fought Elation. Okay. Aha's first ever voiced appearance of them cheating against a child in a video game is absolutely Elation. I like how this top comment, I'm just like, yup, that's pretty much it. I like this one too. I need power, even more power. Careful, Silver Wolf, you're Virgil. I think that's funny. That's actually kind of true a little bit there. Silver Wolf lore was absolute elation as peak. I mean, like, I think the fact that everyone's talking about elation, I mean, it makes sense because, like, it's showing us some of her backstory, obviously, but also kind of, like, shows us kind of, like, why they're also getting their elation form a little bit as well. I mean, it's like the same thing when we got the version of Danheim for Amphoris, right? We kind of get kind of a bit of a lore reason and kind of like a segue as to why he got a new form. So I think in this way it's another way to kind of be like, here, Silver Wolf has, what is her reason for getting her new form? I mean, Blades is a little bit more straightforward than, well, not saying Silver Wolf is not, but Blades is just like, We can just insert things in your design and your name, and then it's like done. Everyone else can just do the rest of the work for yourself. You can figure it out. Easy peasy. But I feel like it makes sense for Blades to be like, I die and then I come back as my new form. So that kind of makes sense in terms of like what everyone's thinking about how it's going to work out. So if it's not like that, I'll be interested to see what it is just based off of what we talked about a couple weeks back. But yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see Silver Wolf in the update. Also see Blade as well because we do get to see both of them in the next update. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this the 4.2 update that's coming next week, just in general, just because based on the trailer, lots of stuff's gonna happen. Like we I know for like in Forest we picked up real quick. Like even for like Planet Arcadia, we're picking up real quick. It's only like the second, well, like third technically, third update for 4.0 because we have 4 if we include 4.0, but like it's picking up quick. Like considering like the whole incident with like Sparksea, like that was it was big, but like this one is like we went up with it. Let's keep going up. Like let's turn it, like if that was like a 15 or like a 10 and now it's like to like 50 and I'm just like what happened? Where's that exponential jump went to? Like why do we crank it up so high all of a sudden? But I mean, it's not a bad thing. I just didn't expect funny cult people and also related to murder going to be at relevant for this long. I thought that they were going to only talk about them for a little bit of time, but I guess not. So that's gonna be fun. And then we get a bunch of other characters, so I'm excited. So, yay! Okay, so we might have time to watch it, one of the videos, but if not, we can watch it. We can watch both these videos at a different time if we want to watch them, because this has to do, one of them has to do with Ashvale, which we don't know a lot of stuff about its powers anyways, but it's kind of like having a theory and kind of exploring that a little bit. So if you guys are not interested in kind of hearing theories or, talking about him all too much, I'll watch that on my own because I'm interested. The other video is about kind of like the ending for Planet Arcadia and kind of what is up with Aha and in relation to Veracity. So that one's kind of like a theory and a discussion about overarching story and stuff like that, and in relation to the Aeons. So that is the video that I mostly want to ask you guys, because that is a theory video and like we could talk about it and stuff like that. But we won't get to that until like later on, because we're still relatively early in the 4.0 kind of like sections of the story. So we have time to watch this video later, even though the update is coming out like next week. We're not gonna reach the end of this like for a while, and even if the update comes out and we watch this video later, we might notice some things or connect some more things to it, but other than that, it doesn't matter. So I'm asking you guys if you're interested to watch this theory video, like, I guess on Friday or sometime in the future before, I guess, the end. Before the end of, I guess, Planet Arcadia, I guess, or until it's relevant that we talk about this a bit more. So, yeah. You guys can decide while I change over to a different screen, because I have no more videos for you guys to watch and stuff like that. I need to, actually I don't need to close this tab, that is fine. I'm not gonna close this tab because I need to keep this open. Meh. Nobu says no, I'll just let the story just tell me at some point. The story will tell us. I mean, like, the theory about Aha and in relation to Veracity, it's like I could tell it to you, and like what is like the main point of the theory, But then, like, for me to explain how the video gets there, you might need to watch the video, but, like, I feel like the main, the main argument that they have in the video, if it is true, I'm pretty sure the game would point it out to us. Like, the game will leave crumbs for us and in the story to kind of figure that out if that is true. If it isn't true, it'll do it regardless of kind of pointing us in the direction of what is going to happen. Considering, you know, Amphoris was a whole shenanigan thing, I think they did a good job at kind of indicating and telling us, you know, what's happening and, you know, that we're on a computer hard drive, essentially. But, yeah, so, I'm feeling neutral about the videos. Okay. So, because Nobu said meh, we will not watch the videos then, about, kind of AHA and, Veracity. We'll kind of leave it. And then for the Asheville one, I'll just watch it on my own because I care and just because I'm kind of interested. Like, these are theory videos, like I said, sometimes they're true and sometimes they're not. Like, the Star Rail community generally is pretty, like, either spot on with their theories or pretty, like, in the general area of correctness, considering, like, what, since Panconi, a lot of people have been theorizing stuff for a lot of the story, and they're usually on the mark, or, like, in that general kind of green area of, yes, you are relatively, like, 80% correct. So, or there's, like, bits and parts that are correct and stuff like that, so, I don't know if like, in terms of, like, I'm more interested in the video about Asheville, because I don't know if they're gonna explain more about his whole, like, his thing with Veracity and his random arm curse, whatever thingy it is. Like, I know they dropped a bunch of, like, Pearl dropped a bunch of stuff about him in general at the end of last update. Or, sorry, I should say the current update that's out. So I don't know if they're going to explain more about it, talk about it, and, like, the fact that he knows Blade, they might talk about that a bit more. Which probably because both Blade and Asheville are going to be in the update. So whether they do or not explore that, I don't know. So I'm just kind of more interested in terms of, like, what people think, and then if the game will kind of explain more about that. But in terms of, like, the other thing about AHA, not to say I don't care, but I think the game will do that on its own and kind of give us clues, or we'll kind of figure it out. Considering, like, the big drop at the end with the moon, and stuff like that, that was really weird. I'm pretty sure that's kind of like our bit of our hint towards that kind of, at least towards that theory, or towards, you know, what's going to happen next and with that stuff. So I think it's fine. We'll be okay. I am, though, kind of wondering, how many paths are going to be in relation to Planet Arcadia. I mean, you have Elation 100% there. You have a bit of Veracity there. I don't know what else is going to be a main thing, so we'll see. But yeah. Okay, we'll leave those series videos for themselves then. And I will just watch things on my own time for fun. Watch it, I say that, and then I never get around to watching it. Because they'll just sit in my, like, history, and then I'll forget about it, and they'll be buried underneath a bunch of videos I watch, like, later on or something like that. It'll happen, probably. And then, like, I'll come back to it, like, a couple weeks later. But yeah, so that's it for me today. That's all the things I have. Thank you guys for coming out to watch me finish playing Wua and the after story stuff. I really appreciate it. We had a conclusion for the dark side stuff, and then we kind of have kind of like a segue into, you know, our new character that's going to be coming out, Yuki, and then we got to see her a little bit, and kind of her relation with Rusilia. I never know how to say her name properly. And then possibly some other things that might become topic relevant later on with some characters, like with Dania and stuff like that. In terms of where the story is going next, I'm assuming they'll go back to talk about Amith and dealing with all that stuff. They did mention about the Theridian, so you know, maybe they'll bring up Yuki in relation to that. So we'll see. And then tomorrow we don't have stream. We do have our clip that's coming out on Instagram tomorrow. And then on Friday, we'll play Reverse. We'll play the event story for that. Because as of like couple updates back, apparently they love to draw main story related things in the event story now. So apparently I have to start playing the event story because it's relevant. So yeah. So we'll see. But also there's a dude in this event story, so I need to pull him when he comes out. But yeah. Have a good night. Don't pull Nobu and only sleep for 3 hours. I will not do that. We'll probably get to the lore vid on the weekend at 3 a.m. Maybe. We'll see. Bye-bye. See you later and sleep well. Thank you, App. Thank you, Nobu. And thank you, and thank you to everyone else who came. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Friday for Reverse 1999. And if not, I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.